Hey, what's up guys, my name is Angel and welcome back to another video on this channel. Today in this video, let us talk about the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, the next big thing from the Korean giant in the year 2024. So without wasting any time, let's get straight into it. Let us start this video with the design and the display on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra and what we expect this smartphone to come with. Well, rumors say that the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra will have a 6.8 inches AMOLED screen with a 144Hz refresh rate. This is insane. Well, it is not as insane as the already available Sharp Aquos 02, which has 240Hz of refresh rate, but combined with better optimization on Samsung, it means that you will get super smooth animations and transitions as well as stunning visual experience. So goodbye to the choppy animations on your next Samsung flagship smartphone. You know, what is even more insane is that the bezels on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra will be even thinner. Well, the bezels will be thinner than ever, about 3mm on each side. That would make the screen to body ratio even higher and give more screen real estate to enjoy. The 3mm bezels on each side means symmetry. Thank you Samsung for bringing this thing to the Samsung Galaxy devices, because we know that nothing Phone 2 in this year has the bezels which are more symmetrical just like the iPhones, and this is a big move. And what it means is that this is one of the slightest complaints I had on my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and it is one step closer to my perfect smartphone hot list. Now on to the build quality on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, that what we expect in this department. Well, the phone is expected to have a titanium frame which would make it more durable and premium looking device. Now titanium is a strong and lightweight metal that could resist scratches and dents better than aluminum. The last time when we had the change of material was when Samsung switched to aluminum frames, and the latest one being the armor aluminum construction. Well, finally, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra will have similar great materials as the iPhone 15 Pro series, and it makes me much more happier to see this transition in the Samsung smartphones, as in the past we had not seen a lot of things coming on the Samsung devices, a lot of big changes, but this one over here would be a win-win if Samsung brings this titanium frame to the Samsung Galaxy S24 series. Now let us talk about the camera upgrades on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, because this is the next major change what I would expect this Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra to have. Now the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is rumored to have a quad camera setup on the back with major improvements over the previous generation. Don't get me wrong, the camera on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra was a great one, and one of the major highlights of that smartphone was the camera itself. You got me right, the 100x zoom that could zoom on the phone, and it was a bit controversial, but overall it was a major game changer and one of the cameras that I would recommend. And again, I'm shooting this video from the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from the same camera, and this is a major improvement on this smartphone. Now, the main camera on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is set to have a 1-inch type 50MP IMX989 camera sensor, which would be one of the largest in the market. I want Samsung to come with their own 200MP 1-inch camera sensor though. It is possible, as the leaks already speak of Samsung developing similar sensors. A larger sensor means that more light, more detail and more dynamic range. The aperture could be wider at f1.5, which would allow for better low-light camera performance and bokeh effects. Till now, these 1-inch camera sensors were available on the Chinese smartphones from Xiaomi and Vivo itself, but seeing this thing coming on the Samsung smartphone means that these 1-inch sensors would be more publicly available and more markets could be enjoying this 1-inch camera sensor that is as good as any professional mirrorless camera that are available in the market for professional video shooting. Now, the telephoto camera is getting a boost as well with a 50MP resolution and a variable folded periscope lens. This lens could be changing its focal length from 3x to 10x of optical zoom, giving you more flexibility and versatility when shooting from afar. Of course, you also get the 100x digital zoom as well. The ultra-wide camera and the depth cameras are likely to remain the same as the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, which is 12MP and 10MP resolution, respectively. Now let us talk about the power and the processing on the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, because over here we can see even major improvements. The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is expected to run on either the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 or the Exynos 2400 chipset depending upon your region. Both of these processors are based on the 4nm architecture, which means that they are more efficient and powerful than ever. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is set to have a peak performance of 3.09 GHz, while the Exynos 2400 is set to have a peak performance of 3.2 GHz. Both of these processors are also capable of supporting up to 16 GB of RAM and up to 1 TB of internal storage. Now, I would want that the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra should have the Snapdragon series of chipset regardless of the region, but that is up to Samsung that what chipset that they want to put in their smartphone. The Tensor chips are made similar to the Exynos chipset, and this means that the Samsung and the Google could be working together on improving their Exynos chip, and it could mean that the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra could come with a surprise. Now, my wishlist is some sort of NVIDIA graphics to be used, but that would be not achievable at least for the year 2024. Now, finally, let us talk about one of the weakest points on the Samsung smartphones in comparison to the China smartphone in the market. Yes, you got it right. I'm talking about the fast charging on the Samsung smartphones in comparison to what we have with the OnePlus and the Oppos and the Vivos of the world. Now, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is rumored to have an even faster charging along with a stacked battery design, which could increase the battery capacity by 10%. The battery size could be around 5000 mAh, which should be enough for a full day of heavy use. The fast charging speed could be improved from 45 watt on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra to 65 watt on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. That means you could charge your phone from 0 to full in less than an hour. I would want Samsung to optimize their battery better on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, as the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra had an issue of false battery indicator, where the battery would go randomly from 5% to 0% without holding the juice for the remaining 5%. I would want Samsung to improve on the reverse wireless charging as well, and I would want it to be peaked at least 30 watt of reverse wireless charging, which would be a great addition on the list. Well, if Samsung can make a device as we just spoke of, it would be the perfect Android smartphone. A phone with a simple design and more features and Android optimizations. If Samsung can bring an icon pack like Nothing Phone 2's monochrome UI along with an S Pen that can do more, a faster charging, speed of bezels with flat screens, it would be no-brainer as the best smartphone and the perfect Android smartphone available in the market to purchase. So well, yes, that was all about the leaks and rumors on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra and the things that I would want this device to come with in the year 2024 to make it as the perfect Android smartphone that we have in the market. So that was me, Anshul. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe this channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.